Get him! Get him! Hi, Daisy. Hi, my name's Felipe, and I'm about to watch another death battle, last one for 2020. This time, Hulk versus Broly. So, as always, make sure to check out the description, not only where you find links to the original video, always make sure to support the original creators, but also timestamps for this video, because these kind of videos kind of tend to go pretty long. So if there's any parts that you want to skip ahead towards, feel free to do that. That's what it's there for. Hey, also a quick smash edit into this video. Since these videos do get so long, I'm gonna try and cut out some parts that kind of lag or kind of don't get as interesting. So even more reason to check the link in the description for the original video if you want to watch the full video, because there's a pretty good chance that you're not going to see the full episode here. So anyway, just wanted to get that out of the way too. So it's been a while since I've done a reaction. Stuff came up, I couldn't always get to react. There was one death battle video where I was out of town. There was another one that I recorded, but something was wrong with my OBS settings and it did not record my mic at all, so that was pointless. But I also figured I didn't really enjoy the last few death battle videos that came out, the last few episodes. It happens, the stuff that you enjoy, sometimes they seem to kind of dip, at least in my opinion, they kind of dipped in quality. So I didn't really know if a reaction like that would be too interesting or really much fun to watch. I don't think I'm going to be doing like a review any more of these. Just sit back and watch. If you think I should still post videos like that, even if I didn't particularly enjoy the episode, if you'd still be interested in seeing something like that, let me know in the comments. But otherwise, moving on to this death battle. So Hulk versus Broly. I know this is a matchup that was requested for a long time. I know another one that's been pretty highly requested was either of these two guys versus Asura. But Death Battle decided to go with this one for the season finale. And I can see how it makes sense. I don't know if Asura is really as big a deal as either Marvel or Dragon Ball. So this is a matchup that we're getting. Know about Hulk already, though it seems like we're due for some surprises as far as Hulk's backstory and some of his abilities. Seems like there's been a lot happening in the comics that I don't follow, so we'll see what's been going on with that. But Broly seems to be a pretty interesting case because it doesn't seem like there's a whole lot of lore or a lot of abilities that could be gleaned from what we've seen of Broly. And they're using Dragon Ball Super Broly. There's some nerd talk coming in. So they're using Dragon Ball Super Broly as the main Broly, but they're also taking OG Broly and even Kale from Dragon Ball Super into consideration. And I imagine there's going to be some scaling towards other Saiyans. I'll make a prediction. As always, before the actual fight, after they do the pre-fight rundowns, and we'll see how it goes. And trying not to look at the likes, dislikes, and play. This whole time,
as the ground we walk on and the air we breathe, anger can keep us alive or doom us forever.
Well, on that fun note, let's jump into our season finale.
First up is the Incredible Hulk, Marvel's mean green world-breaking machine.
Pop references.
Then there's Broly, the legendary Super Saiyan from Dragon Ball. He's whiz
also mean and green.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. Young Bruce Banner was a genius and the son of nuclear physicist Brian Banner.
Who
I remember
was just
this
the absolute
backstory
shittiest
a little
dad
bit
ever,
from last time.
complete with mom murdering and super baby slapping.
Naturally pretty distraught, Bruce's trauma due to parental abuse internalized itself as a second personality. He had that
I'm
covered.
interested
During
where
a
these other
gamma bomb
personalities,
test, Bruce was caught in the blast zone and absorbed enough radiation
if these other personalities are going to come into play.
Die.
Except he kind of didn't. Well, not permanently. Instead, the bomb opened a door that let Bruce's alternate personality step into the world.
He can lift a 150 billion ton mountain, shatter asteroids twice the size of Earth, leap into orbit from the ground.
I'm also taking care of
and even
3
mess with
dogs
the
right now,
fabric
so
of
they might make an
reality
appearance
by punching.
somewhere here.
Whatever a time storm
Breaks the fabric of reality by punching.
He can punch it and break time. We'll revert to Banner under too much pressure or too many puppies.
That
Emotions
happened.
like rage are governed by an area of the brain known as the hypothalamus, which controls Bruce's
The puppies didn't
transformation.
happen.
If
We're
it's
just
damaged,
State,
his
but
life
yeah.
could be put in jeopardy, like when Hawkeye pierced it with a special arrow Bruce himself designed.
Good
Ew.
thing the Hulk's a total tank who can keep fighting for days on end. Nothing
So there's
short
some
of
science
literal
behind
gods are strong
the
enough
Hulk.
to take him down.
When he does take damage, his body can heal almost instantly, even if his
Ew.
flesh has been vaporized or he's been cut into literal pieces.
The Hulk
Ew.
can adapt to any environment imaginable, whether that's just straight up holding energy or surviving the depths of space.
There are several, maybe even thousands of other personalities cooped up within Banner's shattered psyche.
Joe Fixit is a street smart bouncer. Doc Green is a super genius, and the Devil Hulk is the father figure Bruce never had. It's like an all-you-can-eat Hulk Emporium in Bruce's brain. We got your Dark Hulk, Mindless Hulk, Hulk.
So are
Square,
these gonna
and Claw,
play into the
which is
animation?
basically just sad Hulk.
Or
It's
into
kinda
the
dumb.
Despite seeing
Into
his
the
human
results?
half as weak, Hulk and Bruce would finally unite against a cruel, uncaring world under a new persona, the Green Scar.
He brought a world war to Earth and tore the superhero community a new asshole. And by finally letting go of human
Wait a minute, wait a
Banner,
minute, wait a
the
minute,
Hulk
wait a minute. I want to look at that panel again. Okay, I thought it was a thing where he had ripped Mr. Fantastic apart or something, but it's just a bunch of heroes. Okay, never mind.
the superhero community a new asshole. And by finally letting go of puny Banner, the Hulk became the unstoppable force everyone's always feared. A world breaker.
The highest
World
level
is
of Green Star.
underselling it. The Savage Hulk once obliterated an entire universe with a thunderclap and bloodied Hyperion with a single punch.
So, Hulk was once with this chick, Umar, ruler of the Dark Dimension. Spooky. Hulk
Dormammu's
could only
sister.
match her strength for 6 minutes, but he made up for it in round 2 when he came back as the Green Scar and kept Hulk smashing for hours. It's likely they went until dawn. That's a 12-hour session of Hulk smashing at most. My man.
Well, that would make the Green Scar 120 times stronger than the Savage Hulk. Multiplying that by the energy of the two colliding universes would yield 960 duovigintillion joules. That's just a ridiculous number. All that from a single battle?
Battle? Oh, sweet summer child whiz. That's not the kind of smashing I meant.
You've got to be kidding me.
I think I just invented a new field of science. The science of the Now, you might be thinking this gamma stuff is nuts, and you're
Quick
right.
pause, one
because
sec.
it's safe.
Forrest, go and sit. Stay.
So, turns out, gamma is actually directly connected to energy from hell, drawn from Marvel's ultimate satanic being, the One Below All. By using his powers, the Hulk is literally channeling the devil.
It's also what
This is
kept
why
him
I don't
alive
read
all
comics.
these years. Every time Bruce dies, his soul is sent to hell and can resurrect. Once returned to the world, his body will heal from whatever killed him. The dude literally can't die. He thunderclapped those two assholes to smithereens. Talk about cathartic. From one man with crippling daddy issues
I have
to
no
another.
idea what's going on
Well
anymore.
done, sir.
What else can you say but incredible?
I have no idea. It's time to learn
The
about Broly.
Saiyans, a brutal alien race of interstellar conquerors.
And giant monkey men.
These famous warriors are defined by three things: their tenacity, their pride, and their rage, which fuels their world-destroying power.
And no Saiyan can get even close to his pissed off ass Broly.
Despite being of low birth, the infant Broly was considered a prodigy by Saiyan scientists due to his impossibly high power level of 10,000, enough to survive a
Inspired by
planetary
Marvel. 9
explosion.
foot 10,
What? Over
Jesus.
9,000? Alright, I'm sorry, I got it out of my system. Anyway, baby Broly was growing up nice and happy until he was driven insane
Not
by
canon
baby
anymore.
Goku's incessant crying. Now, everyone complains that this is the lamest backstory ever, but have you played Yoshi's Island?
Despite developing different personalities, both of these Brolys are essentially the same character in different situations.
The
Kind of.
2018 one is our primary source here, but we'll look at the original and similar Saiyans like KO
Oh,
for more
God.
info.
Whether
Are they
it be
gonna look
jealousy
into-
for his own
they're gonna
son
look into all
or
the
genuine
movies.
fear of Broly's potential, Vegeta, the king, not the prince, abandoned Broly to a hellish backwater planet to die, with only his father Paragus as company.
Just in time for Vegeta to get nuked. The planet, not the king. Well, I guess the king too. All thanks
None of
to
this
the
is
alien
confusing.
tyrant Frieza. Nice job getting rid of your crazy strong Saiyan, baby.
And drafted into
This
his
is
army
Boris.
to eliminate the Saiyans on Earth, Goku and Vegeta, the prince, not the planet, or the king.
I'm
Thing
watching.
is,
I
Broly's
swear.
not like the angry Saiyans. This guy's a
Down,
gentle
bud.
giant who would rather play with his big green alien dog than fight anybody.
Stay.
Paragus molded Broly into a deadly warrior whether he liked it or not. Like most Saiyans, Broly can harness ki, or
I already
one's
know
inner
about
life
all
force,
this, so
as
it's
an
not a big
energy to
deal.
enhance his physicality.
I've seen this
Or
already.
fire it from his hands in a super laser beam.
That
Broly's
scene
bread
was
and
so
butter is
good,
his
though.
eraser cannon.
Broly's arsenal isn't just blowing stuff up, though. He can use his ki for flight, telekinesis, and paralysis.
Despite being stuck in the space boonies all his life, he's an adaptable fighter who can match seasoned veterans.
All right, some of this is
Basically,
new.
he learns as he fights. And while most Saiyans get stronger every time they almost die, the Bromeister's strength is tied to his emotions. AKA, the angrier he gets, the stronger he gets. Doesn't that sound familiar?
All right, I'm still gonna put this up because I'm too deep in now, and Sasha's gonna join me because she's making too much noise. So 3, 2, 1.
These power boosts are so great, he can match transformations like the Super Saiyan without even needing to
C-type?
transform.
But don't worry, he can do that too. His wrath state roids him up and makes him
I
as
wonder
strong
if
as a
any of this
Saiyan
is
great
part of,
ape without all the fur,
Daizenshu.
or the shedding.
Much
any
to
of the
Frieza's
data
chagrin,
books.
though, Broly had never learned to unlock Super Saiyan, and could not compete with Goku and Vegeta's stronger forms.
Solution? Murder Broly's
Best
dad
scene
to get him to
in the movie.
transform.
Despite
That was
the
the
physical
best
abuse
scene in
he
the whole
suffered
movie.
at his father's hands, Paragus was still the only family Broly had, and losing that drove him over the edge. Broly's new form was actually a Super Saiyan C type. This is an unleashed version of the repressed Super Saiyan A type, which are both precursors of the B type.
Daddy, you're going out for cigarettes again? Okay, I'll see you when you get back. Goodbye. Goodbye. I love you.
Hey,
What?
are you paying attention?
No.
Yeah. The Super Saiyan Vitamin C form has the perfect energy control and let him wail on Frieza for over an hour. And this time I mean wail as in fight.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Goku was able to clash with Lord Beerus with enough force to potentially destroy all of Universe 7, a humongous cosmic structure.
I don't know how I
shown in
feel about this kind of
symbolic
power
model.
scaling.
Making the Dragon Ball universe 9 times larger than our own. Or when fused with Vegeta into the almighty Gogeta, a being many times more powerful than the sum of his parts.
Broly got into a dick measuring contest with a friggin' Super Saiyan squared and shattered reality.
And at the peak of his rage,
I think
he
that's
became
canon.
the
They
warrior
actually
of
shattered
myth,
reality.
destined to appear once every 1,000 years. The legendary Super Saiyan.
As a broccoli-haired freak, legendary Broly's power is so great that he needs to constantly let it out or else he might self-destruct.
His power comes at a cost, though. In his berserker state, Broly is wide open against an
Are they
opponent
gonna
who's
give him
just as
senzus for
strong,
this
but
fight?
far more skilled.
And after taking enough damage, his rage will hit its limits, and his power will fizzle out quick. He can even get knocked into weaker forms. So watch out, because this Super Saiyan's temper is legendary.
Pretty cool.
All right, the combatants are set.
All right,
We've run
gotta
the
take
data
a
through
break
all
in a sec.
possibilities.
But first, if you
Yes,
want
Sasha,
some
I
more
know.
earth-shattering action,
So, despite my furry distractions here, that was all very enlightening. And that both, hi, thank you. Both the Marvel and Dragon Ball have become way more ridiculous and it makes me tired. Not really sure who's going to win at this point. And given how ridiculous both of these characters are, I don't think I really care. I just want to see how good the animation's gonna be and how dumb the rundown's probably gonna be, huh, Sasha? It's gonna be stupid. If I had to pick, I'm gonna go with Hulk. What could tip it to the Hulk? Maybe Hulk has a bit more control over his power than Broly does. I know the whole thing is the anger he gets, so, and typically the angrier someone gets, the less control they have over their own emotions. But the green scar thing might be interesting. If it's Hulk with more of Banner's personality and his intellect, then that might give him the edge. And here comes Bobo. And from what I've seen, Broly hasn't had any kind of control. In fact, he is weaker if he's had any control over his powers, which I think was shown pretty effectively in the Super movie, just before he got wished back to Vampa. So I think that's going to be a good enough rationale for me to give it a Hulk. But let's see how it goes. Quick puppy break. Hang on. And let's see how this fight goes. Wait. The lighting and cell shading is already really good. Yes, Boris, yes. You're distracting me.
Spiky hair man.
All right,
What's
stay,
this puny
stay.
planet?
You scared them away. You're making me angry.
I don't really like
You
this setup for the
won't
fight,
like
though.
me when I'm angry.
Puppies are
Show
fun.
me.
All right, here we go. Here we go, pups. What is this song?
Disappointed.
The song wasn't in the preview. That's already making this great. Hikari. They also said they got some Ruby animators to work on this, and it really shows. Okay. He hasn't transformed yet, though.
Hope ain't just incredible. Hope is immortal.
Oh, that's a callback to Hulk versus Doomsday.
Monster?
No, the devil.
Broly's not a monster.
So far, Hulk's taking most of the damage.
Hulk smash!
Can Broly survive in space? Is that canon?
You think you're strong? Hulk's strongest there is. Yes, show me. Break the world. Break everything.
There he is. just chest bumped him. And destroyed South Galaxy.
Throat sore.
Stupid. Really? Okay.
This just in, breaking news. Local area Saiyan literally too angry to die.
The Hulk had numerous advantages over Broly. He was far more experienced, slightly faster, and potentially smarter depending on which Hulk was in charge.
But
Yeah,
since
they
the
didn't
Hulk's fight for control in Bruce's
really
mind,
show much
it
of the,
wasn't guaranteed he'd get one of the geniuses. Still, his healing factor was
Okay.
nuts. Broly wasn't gonna put him down with anything less than complete annihilation.
Fortunately for Broly, compared to his unbelievable power, the Hulk came up short.
I know what you're thinking. Hulk could destroy a universe 120 times over, while Goku could only manage a lowly 9.
But that was base Goku's strength. Broly's maximum, no pun intended, was far greater. Let's lay down some numbers.
As a legendary Super Saiyan, Broly was stronger than Super Saiyan Gogeta and took hits from Gogeta Blue without even bleeding.
Based on the Daizenshuu, the blonde Super Saiyan 3 form is about 400 times greater than Goku's base. Applied to Goku's new base in Dragon Ball Super, he would already be 30 times more powerful than World Breaker Hulk.
And that's before factoring in Super Saiyan Blue and Gogeta, which are way stronger than Super Saiyan 3.
With this in mind, legendary Super Saiyan Broly is thousands, possibly millions of times stronger than the World Breaker we've seen. While the Hulk's strength can keep increasing, so will Broly's, and it's unlikely he'd be able to catch up before being overwhelmed. After all, there have been multiple times when the strain on Hulk's body turned him back into Banner.
With that big of a power difference, there's no way the same wouldn't happen here. Even stuff like breaking space and time is nothing new to Broly and other Dragon Ball characters.
And don't misunderstand the Hulk's encounter with the One Below All. There's no evidence he directly overpowered actual Satan, just dispersed his cloudy avatar.
Hulk even said he was just doing that to buy time.
Broly's flight allowed him greater maneuverability and area control, plus he could attack at a distance with Ki. When Hulk did close that gap, Broly's force field and paralysis protected him up close.
And it's unlikely Hulk could land a lucky fatal blow, considering Broly took hits from Gogeta Blue, who's millions of times stronger than the World Breaker. You get the idea.
That leads us to our last and most important question. Could Broly bypass Hulk's immortality to put him down and take the win? Surprisingly,
I mean,
yes.
Whenever the Hulk or Bruce die, his healing factor kicks in to fix whatever wound killed him in the first place.
Meaning he still needs some element of his physical body that can heal itself in order to come back to life. The hypothalamus is key to this. Once it was destroyed by Hawkeye and his special arrow, Bruce took
Interesting.
months to come back from the dead. With Broly's incredible power, there was no doubt he could vaporize Hulk and leave nothing left to heal.
Like basically every Dragon Ball Z fight ever.
The Hulk was an incredible opponent, but the legendary Super Saiyan's boundless power, arena control, range of techniques, and Saiyan rage spelled the end for the not-so-jolly Green Giant.
This incredible fight was insane!
The winner is Broly.
All right. Interesting, interesting. Swear to God, this dog.
Boomstick. A strange green man in a zoot suit left a letter for you.
Oh, sounds legit. Give me.
Zoot suit.
Dad?
Thank you so much for watching this season finale to one of the honestly
The
best
Mask
years we've ever
is
had.
his dad?
And next season, we'll be celebrating 10 years of Death Battle with some of the biggest and wildest episodes we've ever done.
All right. So they do have some. I saw Cloud. So Cloud versus Link rematch, March 7th. Jesus, 3 months. All right. So that's going to be interesting to edit. I was not able to pay too much attention to that episode, but it was still a lot of fun. It was very stupid. I'm getting pretty tired of all this ridiculous power scaling, but that animation and that music was just, it was too good. If I had any gripes about it, it's a continued power scaling in Dragon Ball. It just seems to be getting, because the people who make Dragon Ball aren't paying attention to any of this. They don't care about the power scaling. They just want to make them stronger and stronger because they need bigger and bigger stakes. I guess the same could be said for Marvel writers, except I don't pay attention to Marvel as much as I do to Dragon Ball. I wonder if there is a threshold, like just how much punishment does a Hulk have to take to make him revert and back into a Bruce Banner? Because that example that they used, that was from a few years ago, from Hulk versus Doomsday. So, and speaking of, I don't know if that matchup still holds up. This is a thing when characters that Death Battle has covered continue to evolve and gain new skills. I guess Broly still kind of has, according to this, Broly would still have enough power to just wipe out Hulk completely, even though it did seem to rely on a lot of scaling. I just don't really like that universe feat with Goku when he was Super Saiyan God, when he was fighting Beerus. They've been taking that more or less at face value. And they did show that there was some, there's Boris again, that there was some ramifications, some far-reaching ramifications during that fight. So I guess some of it is justified. I just still have some issues coming to terms with taking that as a real feat. The animation was really great. The color, the styling, pretty much went full on Dragon Ball and pretty much got really dumb taking the fight out into space. A good, dumb, stupid Haas fight, which is great. Here's hoping they do Broly versus Asura and see what they can figure out for that. Until next time, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe. It's not a big deal if you do or don't. It's not what I'm doing this for. If you have anything to add, though, to this matchup, anything that you think Death Battle might have missed, if there are any other details on Immortal Hulk, because I don't know a whole lot about that. If you agree with the power scaling with Dragon Ball and Broly, or if you just want to comment on the puppies and their cameos, feel free to do that. I look more forward to interactions in the comments and whatnot rather than numbers and clicks and likes and stuff like that. So until next time, peace.